Hey everybody, we bought our house 7 years ago, and every time it turned summer to fall, we would notice this sort of sewage smell in the house. It wasn't every day, but it certainly was getting worse summer to fall. Now, we had plumbers over, we asked them all sorts of things about what was going on, and it can be a lot of issues, but I'm going to explain what happened in our house, so maybe this can help some of you who are trying to find that mystery sewage smell. You, of course, probably know what this is. This is the vent pipe from your plumbing, so your draining system in your house. Of course, all of the water flows outward, but in order to make sure there's not a pressure buildup, the air has to come in here, but also what that means is this is connected directly to the sewer through different pipes. And so it has to also allow sewage smell to come out. So in fact, if you go up on your roof and you sniff in it, if the air's not going in, it's coming out, you're gonna smell sewer, and it stinks. It was that exact same smell we were getting inside. So this one, of course, is not a problem. You can see how far away it is from the other vents. They're way up there, right? This one's not a problem, but this one over here was the culprit. So one day I came up on the roof just right here, and I got a overwhelming sewage smell just coming up on that edge. And so I realized the sewer smell is coming out of here a lot more than the other vent pipes that I have, and it was just sort of lingering around here on the roof. And what that meant is it's a lot closer to these other roof vents, and so eventually, as the breeze was kind of going, and especially as the weather was turning cooler, you were getting the air sinking and pushing down into these vents. And especially as the attic would cool down, it was sort of sucking the air in because the air is condensing inside of the attic as it cools down. So once that smell is inside the attic, it's then finding ways to get down inside of the house through any kind of little imperfections in the barrier between the attic and the rest of the house. And so one thing I did is, of course, seal up any kind of crevices that I could find between ductwork or any other pipes. Like, for example, this pipe, of course, goes down through several walls. So making sure those are sealed. But now what I'm going to do is extend the pipe vent. So this pipe vent it fits code because it's the correct length, but I'm going to extend it another 5 feet. The idea here is that if I've got another 5 feet up in the air, and maybe that's overkill, maybe I don't need that much, but 5 feet in the air, meaning the air is escaping much higher and then it's getting carried off by the wind, and it's much less likely to end up in my roof vents. So that's what I'm going to do. I simply got, mine is 4 inches. Some of these are 3 inches. 3 or 4 inches is pretty standard, so measure yours. So I just got some 4-inch PVC, 4-inch in diameter, internal diameter. I'm going to use an internal coupler because that's the only thing that's going to fit. I didn't want to try to mess with the outside or cut away too much of this flashing. So I'm going to make sure I get that in. I'm going to seal it a bit with some silicone caulk. Then I'm going to put the pipe on it, of course. And then, because this is still going to be outside, I decided I'm also going to put on this rain cap, is what they call it. And so I'm going to cut off at the 4-inch area and just have this little bit so that the rain's flowing down outside of the flashing as opposed to inside it. Depending on what you're going to do, you might just need a new flashing that's going to be more appropriate for your project. But I'm going to go with this and keep a close eye on it and hope everything goes well. Okay, everybody, so now here's the finished product. As you can see, that was the original pipe vent. I've got the little rain cap here just to keep the rain out of the flashing. As I said, any kind of water that's going to come down now will have to drip off the sides. That's really good. I had the internal coupling inside of there to hold that to the iron pipe, cast iron. I'm going to make sure that that works. Of course, keep a close eye on this. Make sure that this is level, actually perfectly vertical, of course. And then this is just the 5-foot PVC. So now, as we can see here, we've got a much greater distance away from my roof fence, and let's hope that this continues to go. By the way, if you're not sure if this is the issue, what I did is I simply just put this pipe here, and I kind of crappily just duct taped it around just to, it was a little crooked and everything, but it was airtight at least and watertight. Didn't look good, but then I tested it out for a couple of weeks just to make sure that I didn't smell the smell at all. And I didn't smell it anymore, and so I figured this has got to be it. So of course we'll see for the next year, but hopefully that's it. All right, good luck with your issue.